Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and we're here at the Cambridge Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood, and I'm here with director Corwin Garber with his movie Allende. Let's take a look at a clip.
Hi, you need to make a phone call? Yeah?
Sí.
Thank you. Hey, Mom? Yeah, it's me. Something happened and I need to come home. Hello? Hello?
Corwin, it's great to have you here in the studio and congratulations on your film. Tell us a brief synopsis.
The film is about a uncle and his nephew learning how to see eye to eye.
Now, being an uncle myself, I felt a relation to watching the film, and I was totally inspired by where did the story come about?
It came about through talks with my friend Julian, who's the lead actor. We met a couple months before, and well, really it started with the idea of like I just wanted to go to Mexico because it was cheap and just live there and write.
Yeah.
We didn't even think about making a movie at first, and then it was like, well, shoot, maybe we should go and make a movie while we're there, and so we just got to talking,
and that's how it came about. So it started from going on I want to go to Mexico to making a movie.
Yeah.
I love it. See, I think every film should start at that. Just start a trip and then go make the film. It was a really great, interesting relationship and some great acting as well. I mean, how did you come about the cast of finding the film?
I cast the entire film locally, actually. So I flew out a couple weeks early and started with talking with everybody who I possibly could. I had actually went to that town. It's called San Miguel de Allende, actually. So I had been there the previous winter and just fell in love with the look of the town. It's just such a beautiful place. And so I had a few people to email before arriving, just that I knew from briefly meeting. One person was my parents' tour guide, Betty, who ended up working as my production coordinator. She just already knew everybody in the town and helped me out majorly, introduced me to some people who knew actors. I went around to the theaters, started watching plays, and put up flyers and stuff and held auditions there and found the crew there, and everybody was down to work for free, which was great.
Wow.
For the love of the art,
For
just
the love of the art. And how's your Spanish?
It improved a lot.
Yeah. I spent 3 months in Mexico and have, I love Mexico and Mexican people, so I feel the love for what you created. What was kind of your response with the locals to oh, I'm making a film, do you want to be part of it? Was it
super overwhelmingly positive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's wonderful. Now, crew-wise and everything else, was that something else that you also found locally, aside from the people that you had involved as well?
Yeah. Wow. One of my friends from college, who's not a filmmaker at all, he's a coder actually, just decided to come and split the cost of our Airbnb that we were renting, and he ended up doing boom pole.
Wow.
But he was just there for fun, really. So that was the one American crew member. But yeah, the rest were locals, just to help out.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
How is it as a director to kind of, establish a relationship, a sort of relationship, family relationship? How do you kind of build that process for, as those actors?
Hanging out before shooting, and just getting comfortable.
I love this guy. You make filmmaking seem so wonderfully simple. I love it. I want to work with you. It's really, really good. What was I'm not going to ask.
It's really the right people, right?
But you found the right people, which is just
I was lucky
fantastic.
enough too. The man who played the uncle was actually the first person we auditioned, and,
wow.
and me and Julian were just like,
here it is. I got it.
It's just like such a blessing. Like we were so relieved that he came in. We were like, oh my gosh, now like the rest seems so easy after that. We have our other lead. Like there are no worries now.
Aside from everything else, filming in a different country is a very challenging thing. But at independent level, it's also another level as well that you have to face. Was there any challenges in that respect in filming in Mexico? Was certain challenges, or was it in some respects easier?
In many respects, it was way easier. I
Yeah.
mean, compared to making a film in LA, it's so much cheaper in Mexico. We could get a location for $20 to $40 for an entire day, and
Wow.
somebody would, give us their fruit stand or their
Can we
auto
even
shop.
imagine that? That's
Right,
just
it's
insane,
crazy.
isn't it? Yeah.
And you're out there on the street with a camera, and it's like a completely different vibe. If you're in LA, it's like, another production, it's this guy's shooting, permits, but out there it's just like, these kids doing an art project, it's just a completely different vibe.
And not to mention, you probably have better crew food as well, because you've got Mexican food. I'm all about that.
I am too.
That just sounds like a treat. Now, who was it for you? I mean, you're from Northern California, obviously living down here in Los Angeles now. But as a filmmaker, who kind of was your inspirations when you were growing up to decide that I want to do this, I want to be in this, I want to be in this position, I want to do this career?
My inspirations growing up were my uncle, actually, this character was not inspired by him actually
Yeah.
at all. But he was a big inspiration because he had an attic full of old 16mm home videos that I
Wow.
used to watch during Thanksgiving while the adults were downstairs doing boring stuff. So that was big for me, is watching old home movies and just playing with the projector and playing things in reverse and stuff.
So it started when you're quite young.
Yeah, it did.
What's it like after deciding to take a vacation, then making a movie, and then having your film officially selected for NewFilmmakers Los Angeles?
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
You
really
had a good
feeling.
time at the festival and everything. You enjoyed
I
it.
did, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
And so, what is next for you on the agenda?
As soon as I'm working on a project right now for a friend of mine. So as soon as I wrap that up, I'm gonna let myself go, writing, meditation, loving, figuring out what's next, and I'm gonna make another movie.
Well, maybe you plan your vacation first and then make a movie there, right?
Well,
It seems like how the last one worked very well for you in that respect.
It wasn't really a vacation. It was more of a mission to get some creative work done, even though it was open-ended. It wasn't chilling by the beach by any means. But
So you're a young filmmaker. It's already had your film selected, and it's got a very promising career ahead of you. What piece of advice would you have to any young filmmaker that would like to go and make a movie or be in your shoes or become a filmmaker?
follow your heart.
I think, can you get better than that? I think that was it, wasn't it? Follow your heart, Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's, for creative people, I think that's
maybe
important.
there's something more concise, but I can't think of it.
Well, follow your heart, guys, and make sure your dreams come true, whatever they may be. And we really appreciate you, and thank you very much for sharing your film. And we certainly look forward to seeing more of your film.